More than 200,000 exhibits seized from Robert Pickton's farm, the largest serial killer investigation in Canadian history. Among the exhibits, 3 freezers full of 400 plus meat products and other material, including multiple unknown samples. The items ordered destroyed because RCMP freezers failed. Victims' families in the dark.
Do you drink?
Oh, no, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't use drugs, and then everybody says, how can drivers still bloodshot? I says.
And we begin with word from Corrections Canada. Convicted murderer and serial killer Robert Pickton has died. Now, Pickton had been serving an indeterminate sentence for 6 counts of second-degree murder. He had lured women from Vancouver's downtown Eastside to his pig farm and was charged with killing.
Welcome to today's true crime story. A case so horrific it would forever change a nation. This is the chilling story of Robert Pickton, or as some would call him, the pig farmer, one of Canada's most notorious serial killers. Robert William Pickton was born on October 24th, 1949 and raised on a pig farm in Port-Cartier, British Columbia. He worked in the farm alongside his brother, and together they created a secluded life, a life that hid dark and disturbing secrets. Pickton's farm was vast, covering over 17 acres. To his neighbors, he was a quite unremarkable man. But beneath that quiet demeanor lay a man capable of unimaginable horrors. During the 1990s, Vancouver's downtown Eastside was a troubled neighborhood. Many vulnerable women, mostly sex workers and addicts, went missing. Their cases mostly going uninvestigated. These women lived in society's shadows, making their disappearances easy to overlook. But to the families of these women, each disappearance was a tragedy. A sister, a daughter, a friend gone without a trace, and for years no one knew where they had gone. Unknown to anyone, these women were being lured to Pickton's pig farm under the guise of friendship or promises of shelter. Pickton would bring them to his isolated property, where he carried out brutal acts of violence. Rumors would later suggest that Pickton may have used his farm to dispose of evidence in the most unimaginable ways, possibly even feeding the remains to his pigs. But without witnesses or concrete evidence, the truth of what had happened on that farm remained buried for years. In 2002, police finally obtained a warrant to search Pickton's farm, initially just for firearms. But once there, they uncovered something far more sinister. Evidence linked to several missing women. A horrifying discovery that would shock the nation. As investigators combed through the property, they found personal belongings and human remains, confirming their vast fears. The farm was more than just a home. It was a graveyard. In the months that followed, Pickton was charged with 27 counts of first-degree unaliving. He would later be convicted of 6 counts. though he was suspected of many more. Evidence linked him to the unalivings of women who were identified. Evidence linked him to the unalivings of women who were identified. Yet, countless others may never be confirmed. Pickton was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for 25 years, the maximum sentence under the Canadian law. The Pickton's case left a scar on Canada, particularly for those in Vancouver's downtown Eastside. It revealed a systematic failure in protecting vulnerable people. How could so many women vanish without a thorough investigation? Why were their lives seemingly less valued? The case sparked a national outrage and led to a renewed awareness about the protection of marginalized communities, particularly the indigenous women and workers. Today, Pickton's crime remain a tragic reminder of the dangers of neglecting those on the society's fingers. As horrifying as this story may be, it's essential we remember the victims and learn from these dark chapters of history. Because only by facing these stories can we strive to create a world that protects everyone. Thank you so much for watching today's true crime story. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware. This was your host Dice. Peacing out. So this is my gaming channel and I have been posting on it for a while now, and I'm not seeing any subtle growth, and I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty demotivating if I do say so myself. So if you like gaming videos or gaming walkthrough videos, please consider visiting my channel. I mostly upload like horror games or story based games, but in the future I have bigger plans. But for now, I'll mainly focus on the growth of the channel